You're told Dave Savini tracks down criminals and convicts in the booth. Then Chicago's wild weather temperatures plunge tonight and shuttle debris found in Phoenix, Arizona. The latest is next.
This is the NBC 5 News at 10. Good evening, everyone. I'm Allison Rosati.
And I'm Warner Saunders. Tonight we learned the Columbia Space Shuttle mission was possibly doomed from the start. NASA investigators are now analyzing video taken shortly after takeoff. A piece of insulation falls from the external fuel tank and bangs into the left wing, and questions tonight about safety. What, if anything, NASA could have done differently? In a nation in mourning, moments of silence observed in classrooms all over the nation.
And Warner, so far, those who are doing the searching found more than 12,000 pieces of debris, including tonight a major piece of the shuttle. Columbia's nose cone found buried deep in the ground near the Louisiana border, and it's said to be reasonably intact. Crews will try to recover it tomorrow. And the debris field appears to be growing. Possibly pieces are found as far away as Phoenix, Arizona. Reporter Michael Williams joins us now live at the Johnson Space Center in Houston with the latest tonight.
Good evening. One early working theory here at the Johnson Space Center for NASA suggests that the catastrophe that claimed Columbia and her crew just minutes before a scheduled landing may trace its origin to the seconds after liftoff. Monday night, a concentration of shuttle debris led investigators to Columbia's nose cone, buried in the ground near Hemp Hill, Texas.
It was reported to us. We haven't seen it. Just know there that it was in pretty good condition.
And more, a look at possible damage to the thin, delicate tiles that armor a shuttle's skin against the fearsome heat of reentry. Insulation from the shuttle's external fuel tank, perhaps weighing more than 2.5 pounds by one NASA estimate, fell off 80 seconds into Columbia's launch, striking the underside of the left wing before reappearing in a cloud of debris.
We're making the assumption from the start that the external tank was the root cause of the problem that lost Columbia.
A working assumption, NASA stresses, not a conclusion in an accident where it says an exact cause may be hard to come by. Caltech astronomer Anthony Beasley believed he saw something already starting to stream off the shuttle as it crossed California.
I think that with the early flickering and the small pieces that seem to be coming off the shuttle, perhaps at that point it could have been tiles.
If we truly were shedding some material as early as California, that's going to be significant to us.
The search goes on in Arizona and New Mexico because the first pieces of debris might yield the most important clues. Tuesday, the world will cast its gaze here at the Johnson Space Center for a memorial service. President Bush will deliver a eulogy for the Columbia astronauts. Reporting live from Houston, I'm Michael Williams. Now back to you.
Michael, thank you. Was the Columbia disaster bound to happen? Some say an aging shuttle fleet and NASA budget cuts mean that it was just a matter of time. NBC5's Mark Sapelsa now joins us from the control room with more. Mark?
Warner, tonight we've learned a lot of new information that might answer key questions about the shuttle. First, why did NASA not think it was a problem after debris hit the Columbia on launch? Answer, a similar thing happened here to Atlantis, seen on takeoff here October the 7th, so NASA didn't see it as a threat this time. But what could have been done by NASA? Columbia could have been ordered to return right away or cross the Atlantic to an Air Force base in Spain. But NASA said it didn't think about the tile damage until it was too late, the second day. NBC News reports that NASA could have also hurried up the next shuttle, scheduled to leave in 30 days to rescue the astronauts. Also, some other shuttles have had something these astronauts did not: robotic repair arms and jetpacks to fix the broken tiles. But even a former astronaut doesn't like that idea.
A flailing astronaut underneath the space shuttle would probably do more damage than good.
So what about the whispers that budget cuts may have compromised NASA safety? NBC News reports half a NASA advisory board was forced out after it warned 2 years ago about budget cuts threatening safety.
What was unusual, we weren't given very much notice. It was done abruptly. It had never been done abruptly before.
NASA's Sean O'Keefe denied today that members were removed to silence them. And take a look at this picture. An Israeli newspaper, Mahariv, there you go, published it yesterday to point out the cracks in the suspect left wing here. The paper saying it was taken 11 days ago in orbit. The Times of London reporting tonight that NASA is quoted as saying the picture is, quote, not for real. And finally, London's Guardian reports the maker of the fuel tank that blew said NASA used an older version of that tank pre-2000. Lockheed contradicting NASA's pre-flight press packet, which called them new. Allison, back to you.
Thank you, Mark. The loss of Columbia hits close to home. In Racine, Wisconsin, they're mourning a native daughter and a hometown hero. A special tribute to astronaut Laurel Clark at Racine's Horlick High School. Students paused for a moment of silence today. Outside the school, a growing memorial of balloons, flowers, notes, and candles. Here in Chicago, 7 candles are lit in memory of the shuttle crew at the Israeli consulate. A book of condolences is also available to sign. It will be given to the family of Ilan Ramon, Israel's first astronaut. And Chicago-based Boeing Corporation says it will do everything it can to help NASA figure out what went wrong. Boeing is the supplier to the shuttle program.
Chicago Public School students observed a moment of silence in memory of the Columbia crew. Students at Kelly High School were among those paying tribute. Teachers say there were plenty of tough questions to answer.
I didn't really know what to think. I thought it was a terrorist attack at the beginning, like someone shot it down.
It was tragic. You know, I thought, you know, September 11 was it.
Then I kind of got freaked out about it.
At Eugene Field Elementary School in Park Ridge, students are still in line to talk via the internet with astronauts on the International Space Station. NBC News will provide live coverage of the memorial service for the Columbia crew tomorrow, beginning at 11:30 in the morning.
Still to come here, a Unit 5 investigation.
I'm Dave Savini. You pay the toll, but is the money disappearing before it's even counted? See how alleged mobsters, drug dealers, and thieves have infiltrated the tollway system. Who's taking your toll?
I'm Jennifer Mitchell, live along Wacker Drive. First the fog, now bitter cold and gusty winds, maybe even snow by morning. That story is coming up.
And a big-time record producer is arrested on murder charges. Details when we come back.
Tonight, Jay's all new with Shanghai Knights, Jackie Chan and Owen Wilson.
How would you rate his fighting skills? None. No.
Plus, night 1 of American Fido, where you get to vote for America's top dog and headlines.
Free small adult organ.
Then on Conan, SNL's Jimmy Fallon tonight.
NBC 5 News is brought to you in part by your local Ford store.
If you find stress taking over your life, you may be one of millions who suffer from hurried woman syndrome. But help is here. It's time to ask your Ford dealer about Ford Windstar and start getting your life in order. Windstar is for everyone. Side effects may include happiness and peace of mind. Get 0% APR financing for 60 months or $3,000 cash back on Windstar with a family entertainment system at no extra charge. Take control of your life today with Ford Windstar. See your local Ford store today.
The long-distance giants, AT&T and MCI WorldCom, are at it again. They're raising prices or fees for long distance as much as 25%. And at the very same time, they're trying to block SBC long distance from offering service in Illinois. Why? Because that would bring Illinois consumers more competition, more choice, and better value. Raising prices with one hand, blocking competition with the other. Tell AT&T and MCI WorldCom to give Illinois consumers a fair shake.
Well-known record producer Phil Spector is charged with murder tonight. A young woman was found shot to death in his home near Los Angeles. Police went to the 62-year-old's estate after receiving a call of shots fired inside the home. Police say the murder weapon was recovered. Friends say Spector lived alone and did not have a girlfriend or a wife.
A busy day for crews in Franklin Park. A chemical spill forces an evacuation at a local factory. A truck delivering hydrochloric acid ruptured a hose, causing the leak. Hazmat crews evacuated the business area. Police then closed down River Road at Belmont. The leak was contained before any residents were moved.
It has been a day of wild and unusual weather, a day full of sharp contrasts and changes. We went from balmy temperatures in the morning and heavy fog to a frigid drop and an increase in blustery winds. NBC5's Jennifer Mitchell is live with more. Jennifer?
Warner, temperatures here at LaSalle and Wacker in the 30s tonight, but dropping quickly. Tonight, both of Chicago's airports experiencing travel problems that could linger into the morning. Tonight, Chicagoans preparing for a drastic change in the weather. By the time we wake up in the morning, snow a possibility. Temperatures expected to plummet into the low 20s.
Right. Be ready for anything.
You go in,
yeah, you expect it, but it's still shocking. You know, out of 31 years, I'm still shocked.
Earlier today, dense fog halting incoming flights at Midway Airport. Delays and cancellations continuing tonight. This woman rebooking her flight for tomorrow morning.
They kept delaying the plane, delaying the plane, delaying the plane, and then they finally said, well, no planes are coming in or going out.
The problem now, not visibility, but gusting winds. Monique Bond with the city's Department of Aviation suggesting anyone with a flight scheduled out of O'Hare or Midway should call ahead. Strong winds possibly factoring into delays come morning.
This is just part of being in the city. This is an adventure. That's how I look at it.